In this crazy world of precious metals, ups and downs, what gold, the mother lode of all precious metals, should you stack and why? What are some of the positives? What are some of the negatives of these different types of gold that I'm going to show you today? And what are the reasonings I stack them, why I stack them, everybody? We're going to talk about beautiful gold nuggets, everybody. Beautiful gold nuggets. I am into the gold nugget thing, everyone. We are into the Goldback thing. We're going to be talking about Goldback. We're going to be talking about gold, guys. That right there. Which one is better out of all three? Which one is better to stack, in my opinion? We're going to look at some. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the positives and negatives once again, everybody. And should you stack any of them? Should you stack any of them? Well, we all know you should. But let's get right to it. Let's get to the video and let's start talking about and making a case for each one of them. So everybody, I wanted to make a case about three different types of gold. And there's multiple types of gold out there, but we've got gold nuggets, everybody. We've got Goldbacks, and we've got gold eagles. We've got gold coins, everybody. So we want to make a case about all of these, and we wanted to bring it to you. So I hope you enjoy the video, everybody. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. So hopefully it comes out great. Hopefully you can understand me. But everybody, I just want you to realize and remember one thing: I am not a financial advisor. These are simply things that I do, that I like to do, that you might want to do also. But just remember, always make your own decisions, everybody. And let's get started we're going to start with our gold nuggets, everyone. So let's talk about gold nuggets, everybody. People are like, why SSC would you buy gold nuggets? Well, everybody, gold nuggets are incredibly rare and difficult to find and source. And the people that go and find them and get them, it's an absolute lot of work, a ton of work just to find a nugget such as this. And remember one thing: these things are very, very rare. And the bigger they get, the more valuable they get. Such as this, about 1.82 grams of gold, everybody, all the way up to 2.14, which is a very, very nice gold nugget, guys. Just remember that the bigger they are, the rarer they are, right? So 4.8 grams right there, that's a big nugget. So you can go all the way down, and I even have one of these to show you, 2.100. So the smaller they are, the cheaper the premiums are on gold nuggets, everyone. And they are extremely, extremely rare to find, everyone. And remember one thing: these are gold, all right? The purity on these range from about 70% to about 98%, depending on where you actually find them, where they're found, what part of the country, the United States or Australia. Australia has some of the highest purity of gold nuggets out there, everybody. And like I said, the bigger they get, the harder they fall, right? The heavier they get. So gold nuggets are absolutely beautiful. And once you get one, and guys, all these gold nuggets right here that I have, right here, and this is not all of them. I have probably about 30 more of these gold nuggets, guys, that I've added to my collection. I got these from Sluice Boys, my boys on eBay, that have a live auction on eBay. It's a live auction. It's not your typical auction, everybody. You go in there, you auction, you bid on these gold nuggets, and if you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. And there's various prices on these nuggets, just depending on what you buy, what you can get. Like for instance, that gold nugget right there, at little 0.110 or 100, it's probably about $20. So you can actually get you a gold nugget and say, hey, I have a gold nugget for about $20. So just go check them out on eBay. It's a really, really good place. Remember, the smaller the nuggets, the higher, or the, not, no, that's different. On the, the larger the gold nuggets, the rarer they are, the higher the premium. So let's talk about some negatives. I love these things, and they're always going to bring a higher premium, guys, than regular gold, than an ounce or a 10th ounce of gold, like such as this. These are going to bring a much, much higher premium than this, specifically because of the difficulty of finding them, and they're natural. They're natural, everybody. And like I said, they range from about 70% to about 98%, maybe even higher, depending on what the nugget is. But they have, they come straight from the earth. They have some alloys mixed in with them, whether it be silver or something else in with the gold. So the purity ranges are different. So just remember that on gold nuggets. But gold nuggets are amazing. I love them. I'm hooked on them. There's one particular on those that I really, really want to get from Sluice Boys, and it's a big one. But guys, it's an expensive gold nugget. We'll go into that here in a minute. Let's talk about the negatives of gold nuggets. Let's just pull one out here real quick. One of the negatives about buying nuggets, they're collectible. They have a high collectability for people that want them. But one of the hard things about these things is selling them locally to dealers, okay? Because of the purity ranges and everything, it's just more difficult to sell these to dealers. So you really need to research and find collectors out there that will buy the nuggets. There are people out there that buy the nuggets. You're just going to have to do a little research. You just can't go to your local coin dealer. And there's Bubba, by the way. And going to go walk right there. We go. Bubba is part of the scene, everybody. Oh my goodness gracious. So you're not just going to go find a local coin dealer usually to buy these. Now there might be some out there, but usually not everybody. So that's one of the negatives. Can these things be melted down, smelted down, and made into a coin and all that? Yeah, they could, but guess what happens? You take the rarity out, the numismatic rarity of coins would be the same way, but it's gone. It's absolutely gone. There goes Bubba again. Everybody saw him. By the way, Bubba is now a she, not a he, but we're going to call him Bubette. So you lose the rarity of a nugget. That's the whole reason these things are so collectible and valuable, is because they're gold and they're nuggets, right? So the premiums are higher, usually probably about, I'm going to say probably 25% at least higher on a gold nugget than a gold, like a 1/10 ounce right here, guys. So that's part of the negatives on gold nuggets. Although I love them, I got to understand, and she is just going to be part of the video. So everybody's got to understand, maybe she'll lay down. Like I said, guys, she is not Bubba anymore. She is Bubette. She's probably going to knock something down too. So we're going to pause this. Nah, we'll let her go. Anyway, so just remember that before you buy your nuggets, do your research and everything, and make sure you find a great source like Sluice Boys on eBay. Make sure you just don't go buy them random, because you don't really know what you're getting on those. So that's one of the negatives. So these things are difficult to test. So that's one of the negatives. They're hard to test. Mike with Mike's coins, we tested one. It tested out really good, but it was kind of a flat nugget. I think it might have been, there we go again, Bubette. She's knocking everything down, guys. We're going to let her go, have a little fun. But this thing tested out right at 90%. But most of the time, they're very, very difficult to test. and you'll need an expert, or you're going to have to melt them down, guys. And we don't want to do that with gold nuggets. So difficulty to test is one of the negatives. Now, would I stack these gold nuggets? Should I stack more? Would you stack these gold nuggets? And would I stack more of these gold nuggets for their rarity and their gold content? And I'm going to say absolutely 100% thumbs up. Yes, I am. I'm going to continue to stack. Now let's move on. We're going to go on to our next one, guys. And these have always been very controversial. And these are the Goldbacks. Now, everybody, Goldbacks are relatively new since about 2019. They have taken this country by storm all over the country, and more states are adding incredible Goldbacks. If you can see the incredible, beautiful artwork on these Goldbacks, everyone, they're just absolutely amazing. They're an alternative currency in adopting states. So there's a lot of controversy on these, but they are an affordable 24 karat fractional gold that you can own, that you can hold, everybody. So if you can't afford to go out and buy gold, you can get a Goldback, and they're amazing. I actually stack these Goldbacks. I don't spend them. I don't want to spend them. I want to keep them pristine, and they're pretty incredible. That's one of the positives. They're actually gold you can hold. Goldbacks follow the gold market price daily. So as the exchange rate premium stays the same, the gold goes up in value, the Goldback goes up in value, such as like a one. We'll get this one. So let's say a one Goldback is $10, right? Or no, a one Goldback, yeah, let's just say it's $10. Well, as gold goes up daily, that Goldback will follow, the gold in the Goldback will follow the price of the gold. So the Goldback note will continue to go up in value, or it might even go down in value, everybody. So that's one of the positive things about Goldbacks. They're spendable in states with retailers accepting them. So if you go into a retailer, now that brings me to this about, let's say this 100 Goldback, okay? All right, that has a 1/10 ounce of gold, right? It has a 1/10 ounce of gold in this Goldback. All right, this Goldback at, let's say $10 exchange rate. Let's say this is $1,000 for this 100 Goldback. And let's say this 1/10 ounce gold coin is $450. Well, here's the thing with Goldbacks. It's different. A lot of people don't understand these Goldbacks. They are based off an exchange rate. They are an alternative currency, everybody. An incredible alternative currency that is taking this country by storm. And if you take this Goldback into a retailer that accepts Goldbacks in an adopting state as an alternative currency, as a negotiating instrument, you can get $1,000 worth of merchandise with this. Okay, that's a fantastic thing, and even get change back, right? Maybe change back in Goldbacks. If you take a 1/10 ounce of gold, a 1/10 ounce gold coin, and you take it in there, if they accept it, if they know what it is and accept it, they know what this is, they'll know what this is. Well, you're going to get, let's say this is $450. You might get $450 worth of merchandise. And are they going to give you fiat money back? Are they going to give you Goldbacks back? But that is the big difference in the exchange rate of a Goldback and a gold coin. There's $1,000 in exchange rate that they accept, that you can get $1,000 worth of goods or services, and this is $450. This is basically melt value to them. So you could get $450 worth of melt value on this gold coin and $1,000 worth of goods and services with the Goldback. So that is one of the major positive things about the Goldbacks that a lot of people don't understand. If you want more information on these, go research them. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked about how many states are adopting Goldbacks. They have Goldback ATMs in Florida, guys. There's just a lot going on with Goldbacks. Now, here's some of the negatives. Some of the negatives on Goldbacks, the premiums compared to the gold content rate is pretty different. there's the same gold content in this 100 as this gold coin, but the premiums, if you were to melt this down, and this is $1,000 gold back, you're basically melting down $450 worth of gold. But that's not how Goldbacks work. Goldbacks work at an exchange rate, and they are an alternative currency. So you have to kind of look at that. The premiums are kind of high on these things. Well, they're really high, okay? But that's not how they work. They don't work like this coin. They work as an alternative currency to spend and buy things with, everybody. Another negative to these things, it's difficult to find local coin shops that might buy them. Now, there are coin shops out there now that are purchasing Goldbacks from customers. Will you get the exact exchange rate that day for that Goldback? You probably may not. You might with some dealers, but probably not. Just like silver, everybody, they buy silver back a spot. They buy gold back a spot, or gold back a spot, everyone. So you're going to probably pay back of what the exchange rate is on a Goldback. And some other alternatives to selling your Goldbacks if you ever need to sell them. And that's another issue. You can't just, if you go to a local coin shop and say, I got silver to sell, depending on what the price is, if it's $150 an ounce, you might not, but it's just so much easier to sell it. So that's why I stack them. I don't stack them to sell them, guys. I don't really stack silver to sell it unless there's an emergency and I really need to. But that's why I stack Goldbacks. But there's some alternatives, like I think it's Alpine, that you can send in your Goldbacks. They would have to be in pristine condition, and they will actually buy them back for you most of the time right at the exchange rate, or maybe just a little bit below. I'm not sure. I would have to check, but they're one of the sources, and there are sources on the internet that you can find that will buy these Goldbacks back. So should you stack Goldbacks? Should you stack Goldbacks? Should I stack Goldbacks? Well, let's do the should I, because you make your own decisions, right? But absolutely, and I do. I have several $1,000s in Goldbacks, everybody. I stack them because they're the future. I stack them because of the incredible artwork that they put on these. I stack them for the security things on these. You can't counterfeit. It's almost impossible to counterfeit Goldbacks. Could it be done? I'm sure somebody out there could do it, but it's almost impossible to counterfeit them. There's all kinds of security methods on these. You can take a black light to them, and you can see the little security features in these. They're very, very, very difficult to counterfeit, everybody. So should I stack these? Would you stack these? I'm going to say yes, yes, yes. I'm stacking Goldbacks and going to continue to stack Goldbacks. So we've got gold nuggets. We've got Goldbacks. What is our next one that we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about gold coins. Gold, everybody. Gold and gold, everybody. We all love gold. We love gold. I love silver. It's an incredible, incredible, beautiful metal, everybody. There's not a whole lot of negatives about gold. We're going to talk about it. What are some of the positives about gold? Gold will always be currency, always be currency. Gold will be a safe haven and an investment. An investment. Gold has less volatility in the precious metals market, everybody. So you have the silver, and we've all seen this happen. Silver and gold. Silver is very, very volatile. Gold is much more stable. So that's probably why you should have some gold in your stack versus silver. So it's gold is always going to be a safe haven for all the central banks, all of the countries all over the world continue to slam the gold market and bring gold into their countries to hoard gold by the millions of ounces, everybody. And of course, silver is the same way right now, but gold will continue to go up in value. Gold is money, everyone. Gold is money. One of the other positive things, okay, is gold. It doesn't take up much room. There's that. Okay. Here is an ounce of gold. There is an ounce of silver. If you compare the two, how many ounces of silver does it take to get an ounce of gold? Well, right now it takes about 65 ounces. We have a lot more than that out there, but there is 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 right there. And let's say here, a 5-ounce bars. So if we just took our big bars right there and our prospectors back there, there's 20 there, there's 60 ounces. And that's all it takes, guys, for 1 ounce of gold. Now, as I am a silver guy, and I always will be, gold makes its case. It takes much, much less room to stack gold. So what are some of the negatives, guys, in gold? One of the biggest negatives in gold, everybody, is the cost, the price. Right now, gold is going to cost you, if you buy it at one of the bullion dealers. Now, if you call Mike at Mike's Coins, it might be a lot cheaper. But at one of the bullion dealers, you're looking at $4,570 roughly with premium to buy an ounce of gold. Now, I don't know about you, everybody, but it is more difficult to buy an ounce of gold for me than it is an ounce of silver. And not only that, if I need to, I can just keep buying silver until I have enough silver to maybe even trade for an ounce of gold. And it's just much easier to do that. Why leave your fiat money in the bank? Just buy an ounce of silver here and there, or 2 ounces, or whatever, until you get enough to maybe trade for 1 ounce of gold if that's what you really want. The other negative, everybody, fractional gold. Fractional gold. There's not a lot of negatives to gold, but we're going to talk about fractional gold, okay? So right now, at today's rate, we're at about 146.94 per gram on this gold coin. There's 31.1 grams, right? If you take this 10th ounce gold coin, it's going to cost you about $157 per gram. So what happens? The higher you go, the less you pay for that gold coin. The higher you go, everybody, because the cost to make gold, to produce it, to store it, to package it, is about the same on this 1/10 ounce as it is an ounce of gold. So the premiums are naturally much higher on the smaller gold, the fractional gold, the 1 gram gold. That's why when you go look at a gram of gold, it might be $170 on the bullion companies, okay? We're looking at spot pricings roughly on these, so you're going to pay more per gram when you buy gold at the bullion sites online or even in a coin shop, guys, because basically it is as expensive as a 1 ounce gold coin is, and it's much cheaper to buy a 10th ounce. You're paying a whole lot more, but I'm telling you, not everybody can buy gold. And sometimes you have to buy a 10th ounce or a 1 gram to get you started, guys, and that is just just okay. So should you stack gold to preserve your wealth and protection against paper currency? And I'm going to say abso-freaking-lutely, yes, yes, and yes. So which one of these out of all of this, we're not really talking about silver right now. Which one of these wins this case? Wins the case? Well, I'm going to say, in my opinion, how I feel about it. I think they all make a fantastic case to stack. I think of course, the silver. I always love silver. That's why they call me Silver Stacker Cracker. But I think the incredible gold nuggets, they make their case of why would you stack nuggets. The Goldbacks, purchasing power, everybody. Why should you stack Goldbacks? And finally, incredible gold. Why should you stack gold? So I think I have made the case for all three of them, everybody. Beautiful gold nuggets, beautiful Goldbacks in their artwork, guys, collectibility, future collectibility, and, of course, incredible gold. So what do you stack? Please leave your comments in the comment fields, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Just trying to make a little bit different video, have a little fun. SSC right here, Oklahoma, United States of America. See you on the next one, everyone. See you Friday morning. Will silver hold 64 and over through Friday?